everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Varun Kaushal and I'm a legal intern at Lexis & Company. Today I'm going to discuss about Design Act 2000. There are special legislations governing the protection of different nature of rights in our country. The purpose of Design Act is to protect any design on an article and that is appealing to the eyes. Design means features of shape, pattern, configuration, ornament or composition of colors or lines which is applied in three-dimensional or two-dimensional or in both forms by any industrial process or means whether manual, mechanical or chemical separate or combined, which is the finished article appealed to and are judged by the eye but does not include any mode or principle of construction. So what are the salient features? The classification was made on the basis of the material which has been used to make the material. The classification is built solely on the subject matter of the design. Judging a novelty on the grounds of prior publications of any article is made viable by absolute novelty. It is possible to reinstate the registration of a design. The quantum of punishment is enhanced if any infringement takes place. The confidentiality of 2 years of registered design is also abrogated. Regulation of anti-competitive practices in contractual licenses. The laws regarding the substitution of the application before registering a design is mentioned. The district courts have the authority and faculty to transfer cases to the High Court. It subsumes the provisions in relation to the delegation of powers of the controller to other controllers and the duty of examiner. Requirement of originality. Section 2G Design Act deals with originality in relation to design and means as originating from the author of such design. It refers to artistic works which has the capacity to increase the decorative and visual value and can be distinctly recognized as mentioned under Section 2D, which is shape, configuration, ornaments, composition of lines or colors. In Chawla and Sons versus Bright Auto Industries, the court figured that there were only slight variations in the products existing, a little addition or change in shape which is well recognized shape of another product that exists in the market cannot make it as a new product or original design. Requirements for registration. A design that is to be registered under the Act must have a unique shape, configuration, pattern or an ornament. When the design is being applied to an article, it must show to the eye that particular shape, pattern, configuration, ornament, etc. Any application for registration should be accompanied by a representation that is drawing tracing which can be communicated easily. The design should always be a new or an original design. Cancellation of registration. An interested person may present a petition for cancellation of registration for a design and at any time to the controller under the certain following grounds: previously registered in India, or either it is published in India or in any country prior to the date. Design is not new and original and not registrable under this Act. Section 2 Clause D, that is not a design as defined under this Section 51A1A Act of the 1911 Act and Section 19(1) of the 2000 Act deals with the registration to be filled before the controller and not before the High Court. With no application for cancellation of a design, rights of registered design can be enforced and no defense can be taken on a ground for cancellation. An application for cancellation cannot be revoked. To be open for the court trying a suit under Section 53, turn a blind eye to the waiting stage of suit application. Further ahead of the enactment of 2000 and registration and publication of design in India was used as a ground for cancellation of design but not register other than India. Parliament has deliberately differentiated between registration in India and registration in abroad. In Gopal Glasak versus Controller of Patents and Designs, the petitioner found that prior publication of abroad is a ground for cancellation of the registered design. The weakness around this issue, whether the registration can be a ground for cancellation, was answered by the full bench of Delhi High Court in Reckitt Benckiser India Limited versus Wyeth Limited, and both work of the design has to be necessarily looked in terms of the article, as there may be a lack of clarity to the existence of the publication unless it is totally clear. Importance is given to the Indian registered design because the design which was registered in the UK Patent Office was never used, and documents downloaded from the internet could not have been sent as much clarified for being treated as prior publications. Was held that there was no prior publication since there was no clarity from the designs downloaded from the UK Patent Office. In Bharat Glass Tube Limited versus Gopal Glass Works Limited, Gopal Glass Works, the respondent had registered their design for diamond-shaped glass sheets and had a certificate of the same as well. The appellants started using the design for marketing. A German company had collaborated with them to make the designs. After knowing that the appellants were using their design, they moved to the court. The appellants contended that the respondents' designs were not new, since the German company had been using it since 1992, and it was already published in the UK Patent Office, so it lost its originality. When the matter went to the High Court on appeal, it reinstated the designs to the respondents. When the matter reached the Supreme Court, it upheld the decision of the Calcutta High Court. In conclusion, I'd like to say that Design Act 2000 consolidates a law that protects designs. When a developer develops something, say for example, if an architect builds a structure, statue, it is expected for the structure to be not be infringed. Many designs are capable of providing the author with copyrights, and there are policies to protect these designs, and if they are infringed, they can have a negative impact on the value of business. That's it for today's video. Thank you for watching. If you guys have any questions regarding the video, please do ask in the comment section, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel. Let's play.